Welcome to today's video, and we are starting off in the S15 because we are about to jump on the highway and head to Yashio factory. Oka-chan called me this morning and said he has a brilliant idea on how to solve my exhaust issue so that I don't have to spend $300 to $400 on a brand new HKS one. Now I definitely do want to get a brand new HKS one sometime in the future, but not right now. We really want to get Shukken passed and approved in the next couple days, so we don't have time to wait for the new exhaust to arrive and all that kind of stuff. We just need to get the car done out of the workshop. Oka-chan's so flat out and busy right now, he doesn't actually have any spare car parks left, even with the spare storage yard around the corner. So it's kind of crazy. But anyways, let's jump on the road, get to Yashio factory, and see what his plans are. There's only two types of Silvias in the world, and that is ones with automatic mirrors that still work, or ones that don't work. Yeah boy, I'm so glad that mine still works, but it's probably also because this thing has such low mileage. Seriously, like, I got this thing when it had 35,000 kilometers on it. I've already done 6,000 Ks, jeez. Kind of crazy. Let's go. Just made it to Yashio factory, and boy oh boy, it is good to see the Zenki rolling out. If you guys remember, like, I think the first time I came here, Fukusawa-san was doing a head gasket and the engine was completely out here and the head was getting worked on and stuff, parts were everywhere. And that's it rolling away now. It's got a brand new Borg Warner super responsive turbo on there, a whole bunch of cool parts. I think the only thing that's left to do on it is control arms and then tuning. But we're making room on the hoist right now to back my car on, and then we're gonna get to chopping the exhaust up, I guess, and doing something to make it so that my exhaust clears and that middle section muffler is no longer a problem. It's so good to see that the weather is now finally sunny and more like summer instead of the wet rainy season we've had here. Definitely makes some mugicha more appropriate. This is seriously the best thing ever. It's like, I don't really know how to explain it. It's like a barley wheat kind of tea. Yeah, see, barley tea. And it's just super refreshing, ice cold. It's amazing. So one thing I want to make sure we do is get an exhaust note comparison. Hi, dozo. We're gonna hold it at 2,000 RPM so you guys can hear the difference. But this is where it's at. Okay, arigato. I can't remember if I explained Yuta yet in the videos, but he is a really close friend's son of Oka-chan's down in Okinawa. And if you know much about Oka-chan, he's originally from Okinawa. So his best friend's son, Yuta, loves cars, into drifting and everything. There's really no circuits in Okinawa except like a go-kart track that they're only allowed to do 3 events on every year. So Oka-chan's taken him under his wing and has been helping him out, gave him a part-time job here and stuff now that he's finished high school and whatnot. So he's learning the ropes and gonna get a car soon up here and start drifting as well, which is awesome. Up she goes. I still can't get over how it kind of looks good, I'm not gonna lie, like in a sarcastic way. Should always check that she's not moving on the hoist before you go all the way up. So far looks so good. So now that we have the exhaust up in the air, we get a really clear idea of what my problem is and what we're fixing. This middle muffler needs to come out. It sits way too low. You can see I've just been smashing it and hitting it non-stop on coin parking, speed bumps, any kind of driveway and that type of thing. It's just been really frustrating. Honestly, I don't know what brand this exhaust is, but I think it is probably the biggest design flaw is just how low this center muffler sits. So we're chopping that out today, putting a straight piece in there. It's gonna make the exhaust louder. It's essentially gonna make it like a straight through to this little muffler here, so I think it's going to sound much better. The other thing with this exhaust that frustrates me is look how small this inside diameter of that muffler goes down to. So this is a big restriction point, which is why I'm excited to eventually change this for a new HKS one. But for now, let's get that cut out so we can pass Shukken. I'm so glad I splurged and bought this tool in the States because it just makes my job so much faster. It's seriously amazing. And we're done. So good. Yo, so here I was struggling with this and he's got a freaking tool for this. I've never seen this in my life. What? What is this black magic tool? That is so cool. I want that. All right, we got it off. We're good. Tensai ne, desu yo ne. Japanese people are geniuses. Where is this tool? Blue Point? Wait, you can buy it made in the USA. Yo, If Snap-on truck coming through again, let's get one of these for everyone. Exhaust hangers no longer a problem. That is so cool, I want one. And the cutting has begun. Karen's gonna love this. Oka-chan's just quickly tacking in the straight piece, getting everything lined up. We've got the jack support there to lift everything up so that this isn't pointing too far up and hitting the top of my bumper. So far looking good. I just wish you'd wear some eye protection. He's old school. So now what Oka-chan's doing is gonna TIG weld everything, but first, one side of the muffler was a smaller diameter than the other side. So what he's done is he's cut some slits and he uses the TIG torch to heat up the metal to get it glowing red. And then he taps it into place around the smaller diameter pipe so that when he gets to weld, it's almost like a reducer. Very cool technique. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use TIG torches for heating up the metal for stuff like that. Very interesting. Watch this, here he goes again. Just to heat up the metal, get it glowing red so it's easy to tap into position. Very interesting technique. Oka-chan's now finished welding and this is the final product. As you can see, super clean welds. And over here, this is what I was talking about where the diameter on this side was a lot smaller than this side. And you can see where he heated it up and bashed it into places like a reducer. And it looks super clean. Really cool. So we just finished bolting everything up in the car, and as you can see, that straight pipe through there doesn't hang anywhere near as low as what the old center muffler did. This thing caused me, like I said, a lot of problems. And I'm just glad that that's not there anymore. So now we won't be able to find out what it's gonna sound like with just this until after shuck-in, because we've installed something to make it quieter for the sound test. So after that, after shuck-in and everything, I'll rev it up to 2000 RPM so you guys can hear the difference without the center muffler. But I really don't think that that thing was doing much anyways, because it did seem like most of the stuff had been blown out anyways. So anyways, let's bring this thing down and see if it clears now. So we just changed rear wheels because it was still a little bit too low, but now we are clear. Finally, clear. We're good. The lowest point before was right here. Now look at that. So I'm definitely keen to change this exhaust out in the future pretty soon. So, but for now, this will get us through shuck-in. We clear. Hell yeah, buddy. The next issue we have is making sure that that doesn't poke out of the fender. See that little bit there? So we're gonna play with our toe a little bit and try and straighten that out, and maybe our camber a bit more. But these are Oka-chan's winter wheels. So you use those to, in winter, they're like a studless kind of winter tire, so you can get a bit of grip in the snow and stuff. But we've got a few tricks up our sleeves for maybe extending the fender by putting a little lip on here. I don't know, we'll see. So currently we're working on all the little tiny things that need to be done so that we don't have any problems in the shuck-in line. One of the issues that, I mean, it's kind of like it may pass or it may not. We're not entirely sure. There's nothing in the rule book that says that you can't have a digital dash here, but I do suspect that they will fail us, because unless you look at like from a kind of an angle, you can't see like the indicator lights. Though I can have the speed and RPM and everything here, I don't have a little thing there for the indicators. That is something I can add to the screen, and I think if I had that, it would probably pass, but just in case, I'm just gonna remove it. Super easy to do. We're just gonna unplug the two wires. I'm gonna take off the steering column surround plastic and just undo the two bolts that hold this frame on, and then that's it, we're good. I kinda wish that there was some way to have like a quick release system for this, because that would make it easier, but obviously, once you install it once, you generally don't have to, you know, take it in and out in every other country. I think it's just a Japan thing that's kind of a bit sketchy. So I'm gonna remove that, and then we should be good. The guys have the car jacked up in the rear, and they're just adjusting the toe by eye right now to get those wheels tucked in that little bit more. We also added like this little like double-sided strip on there just to give it a little bit more width on the fender. Apparently that will actually help us pass. and then we should be good. This thing is now done. Should be shuck-in ready for Tuesday morning, because Mondays is the only day off that Yashio factory takes off. Today's Sunday. So we should be good. I'm gonna back this thing out now and bring my S15 in, because we're gonna fix the aircon on that. The hose burst, and Oka-chan's got all the right stuff here to replace it and fix it. So we're gonna do that, regas up the S15, and then tonight I'll be cruising home with nice icy cold AC. So the aircon hose that burst on my car, that drift event a while ago, is the big one right here, this guy. And the hose got a little bit too close to the exhaust pipe there, well, the part of the manifold there that connects to the wastegate. And it just melted straight through it. Even though we've got that heat protection stuff wrapped around it, it wasn't enough and it burst. So we're gonna be replacing that today. I'm gonna quickly take it off. Just a 12mm bolt on the compressor. And then we gotta obviously get in there with like a monkey wrench, adjustable wrench there, and take it off there, and it should slide out. It is obviously a tight space. We're dealing with not the best, I guess. There's a lot of things in the way, so I'm gonna try my best to get it out without any problems. But I think the guys have just loaded my Skyline onto the loader. We're gonna take the old one because the Stagey is still on the new one. We don't have space for it yet. And this thing's going up. And then first thing Tuesday morning, we're off to get shuck-in. You know what? For once on cars, something wasn't all that difficult to get off. There you guys go. I got it out, relatively easy. That's the part where it popped and sprayed out everywhere. I want to peel this back and take a look at how bad it is. So I'm gonna pull the camera back out once I get this stuff off. I just went and peeled this all off, and you can see like where all the oil is soaked into it, but that's the burn mark right there. Burnt right through the hose, through this stuff as well. So we got some better stuff, some like really high temp proofing sleeving. The same stuff I have on my waterline there on the top of my turbo, that gray stuff that we're gonna slip over it, and that'll protect it entirely this time. And Oka-chan literally just has the rubber hose and the tools to re-crimp a new hose piece on the two ends of this. So I think that's awesome, because literally like normally I would just go to like Nissan and buy a whole new one of these, and I know these are actually really expensive from Nissan, but he literally just has the hose that you use right there, that's it there. And he's got the crimping tools and everything. This stuff's good for handling like 400 PSI, I think it says. I can't read, but a lot of high pressure. And this is, I don't think this is the low side, so it doesn't even need to be crazy high pressure hose, but there you go. And here is my repaired AC hose. We double wrapped it with the heat proofing stuff now, so hopefully we'll be okay. And this will get me through summer. If it bursts again, it's not a big deal. As long as it gets me through the hot months, that's all I care about. And this whole hot side, like I said, will be changing, so we'll have a lot more space there for a genuine one of these hoses that I'll replace with eventually down the road. But just to get things working for now is what's important for me. Getting the machine set up. We got the vacuum pump down here. Getting things ready. Just got the repaired line installed, and I have to say it was definitely 10 times harder getting it back in than taking it out. We're draining the system, bringing it to a complete vacuum, then we're gonna hold it there, check for leaks. And if everything's all good, we gas her up. So here in Japan, they don't really sell you like big bottles of it. I guess like you could probably get it, but they mainly give you these tiny little cans here. And it takes like 3 of these to fill up an empty system. Oh, it's like 2.5, but yeah, you get a whole slab, like a box of these, 134A gas, and you have this thing, that's literally what this thing connects to, and then you just drain it in. It's kind of a bit of a pain in the butt. I think like it's all over here somewhere. There's like a full slab of it here somewhere. There's only 1 can left, so normally they come in like a full slab. Oh yeah, there's some more here. I guess, yeah, what you can do is you can buy all this kind of stuff. Oh, that's a hydrocarbon? R12 gas, okay. That should be illegal, right? That's not allowed anymore, R12, I thought. You can get the special aircon oil here. Ooh, that sounded like the AC just cranked up. Whew, I'm excited. We're onto our 3rd can now, and this thing is starting to feel icy cold, baby. Oh, it's chilly in here. Oh my God, it's actually like a freezer. I'm so excited. Race car with AC. It's seriously the best thing ever. This is dinner tonight, guys. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Oh, I'm so excited. It's like the best of Japanese food. Even though you probably can't really call that. It's like Japanese style. You know what I'm saying. I'd love to introduce you guys to Rin-chan. She's my best friend, and she's gonna be the next drift king of Japan. Right, this one? Oh. It's a good night when I'm driving home and I've got a 35 Skyline in front of me. Hopefully we get to have some fun later on once the traffic clears up a bit. If he's heading in the same direction as I am. Man, so good. Such a productive day. Literally got so many things done. First of all, let's talk about the Skyline. Thing is ready for shuck-in. Cross your fingers, touch wood, cross your toes and other things to make sure that thing passes, because if it successfully passes shuck-in on Tuesday and that's all done, I'm going for a long drive, a 4-hour drive to Fukushima on Wednesday. Now some of you guys probably can guess where I'm going, but we'll save the surprise for the thumbnail and the title. But that aside, I'm really excited because some cool stuff's going to be happening up there and whatnot. But out of the 2 cars that I have here in Japan, the Skyline is the smoothest and like cruisiest car to drive. It's literally like my highway cruiser. I don't know why, because that thing has like the most solid and hard, stiff bushes and stuff throughout the entire thing, and an insane angle kit and a bunch of adjustable arms with spherical bearings and stuff. But that thing is like, it drives dead straight. It is the most comfortable car to cruise in for long distance. I love it. Even with the Bride Zeta 3 seat for all my Americans out there and Australians that don't know how to pronounce Bride. Anyways, that aside, it's my favorite car for doing long drives in. So fingers crossed we can get where we want to go on Wednesday if shuck-in passes. We got the AC done in the S15, which I'm sure waifu's happy about. Cold AC in the S15, you happy?
Yes, finally.
Finally. The other day we were sweating in there. We had to use the heater, man, while it was hot to try and take the fog off the screen from the rain. But anyways, that aside, everything's all sorted. We got a lot of stuff done today. I am super, super pumped. But before I go, if any of you guys want to make a new outro for the channel, I like to do this thing where I give you guys an opportunity to make one, and I pick the best and I choose that. Sometimes I pick a couple and then I alternate them. So if you want to make a new outro for the channel, make sure you've joined the Discord. Link is in the description, and there is a special channel in the Discord for you guys to submit your entries, I guess. I guess we could call them entries, but you know, you submit your outro that you've created and I go through and I pick them all. I'm going to pick the new outro by the end of this month. So the first day of next month, I'll pick the best out of all of them. So if you want to do that, definitely join the Discord, submit your outro. They need to be 20 seconds long. All the information is in the Discord on that channel, so check it out. Thanks guys, appreciate you. Like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's vlog. Peace out. Jamata.